Welcome to another Relax, Focus, Succeed video. Today I want to talk about seeding your brain. In other words, priming it to think about something that you want to think about. And the best part about this is you don't have to be consciously aware of the work that your brain is doing. I've blogged before about the reticular activating system, and this is this area in your brain that basically acts as a filter. And the most common thing that we think about when we think about the RAS is that it filters out things like all the noises, all the thousands of voices as you walk down the street, the car noises, maybe the advertising, right? We filter all of these things out. But it also has a great power in allowing us to filter in the things we want to pay attention to. So when you focus on something, let's say that you're trying to figure out the solution to a problem at work, you can prime your brain by laying out the questions, laying out the problem, figuring out what you want your brain to focus on. Once you do that, it will begin to start looking for answers that fit into that conversation, that problem that you're trying to solve. Here's the really good part. You can then stop thinking about that consciously. So for example, you can prime your brain and then get in the hot tub and relax and just watch the birds and the bees and watch the world going by and enjoy yourself. And your brain will be doing the work in the background. I particularly really encourage people to do things like go for a walk without headphones. Don't have somebody else talking in your head, even if it's just the words to a song. Just walk and let your brain wander all over the place, and it will come up with some really great solutions that you may not have thought of. There's another way that you can prime your brain, and that is very simply when you go to take a nap or go to sleep for the evening, you can prime your brain and say, oh, I want to dream about that birthday party I want to put together for somebody, or a Christmas get-together, or a trip to Disneyland, or the next time I get on an airplane after the pandemic, right? Whatever it is that you want to think about, you can set the stage by basically beginning to think about some things that you want, and then start thinking about the various details. And as you go from a conscious to an unconscious state, your brain will continue to basically follow the instructions you have given it. So you don't have to think about the RAS. You don't have to say, okay, RAS, it's time to turn on and start doing your work. Just simply prime your brain by thinking about the things that you want to do, want to think about, want it to work on, and it will do the rest. As odd as it sounds, this is not something that takes a great deal of practice. You just have to get in the habit of doing it, and then you will recognize, oh, that was that thing I asked my brain to work on, and now here's the answer that it has helped put together for me. You know, I'm a big advocate of meditation, and one of the benefits of meditation is, whether you realize it or not, you are using your reticular activating system. You meditate, you try to calm your mind, clear your mind, you try to push aside any interruptions that happen, that sort of thing. And as you are calming and quieting your mind, back in the back, it's working and working and working. One of the things you have to realize as a human being is that you can't turn your brain off. Its job is to think. That's what it does. So when people say, oh, I can't meditate because my brain's always working. Everybody's brain is always working. It's just a matter of whether you have set it up to use your brain to its best advantage. So if you're setting it up to be successful, your brain will do lots of work to push you along that road. For Relax, Focus, Succeed, this is Carl Palachuk, wishing you the best of luck in everything you do.